Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. We're getting our Final Fantasy XIV stream started, so welcome. Hope you'll enjoy your time with us today. Just sit back and chill. Let us know how you're doing down in the chat. What's up with you today? Of course, if you'd just rather lurk and enjoy the atmosphere and the game with us, that's great too. We're just happy to have you here. Let's get going. We left ourselves off in Camp Broken Glass yesterday. See what we got to do next here. Finish up this quest here with Lucia. Much and more has occurred since last we met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Ooh, what are we getting? We're getting some more headgear. Awesome. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. Hey, Key, how are you doing today? Thanks for dropping in with us here. Yeah, I saw last night you got pretty far there. I think I fell asleep before you got past where I am now, but how much further did you get? Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, your third's making good progress then, I guess. Before we proceed, tell me what you know of the First Legion and the disposition of their forces. They were preparing for war while the refugees in their care were left to go hungry. A reckless, short-sighted plan that risks the welfare of the people they are sworn to protect. Nevertheless, we cannot compel them to accept our aid. If we were to arrive in force with the intent to do so, we would only incite panic. But perhaps they can be persuaded to follow one of their own. Just blazing through, so you'll be skipping story stuff? Oh, that's okay. It's not a spoiler for me. I've run how many characters now through up to the end of the base Endwalker, I guess. I've got at least maybe 8 characters, I guess, that I've done. So, yeah, it's not a spoiler for me, Key. Don't worry about it. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, what I decided to do was I actually put a character on each data center group anyway. So I've got a North American, European, Japanese, and Oceania. On those servers, I've got a couple characters on each of those. And I'm just doing that in case at some point if I meet new people, they want some help, or we just want to hang together, then I've got a character anywhere they are, basically, that can help out. Oh, okay, you did that on North America. I was doing that too on each of the North American data centers before it was before we were able to switch the actual data centers within the regional area. Once they opened that up, I said, well, heck, I only need just 1 or 2 on each then, since I can easily change between the data centers within the regional groups. And so, yeah, I just moved some of them off to less populated servers for free on the other regions. And hey, you know, so I've got characters out there that can help on just about any one. Still do it even with the data center travel? Sure, yeah. Yeah, I just like running through the characters. I guess I like building the characters and just running through with them and just kind of doing that sort of thing, I suppose. It is kind of fun. Go with Julius back to the station and have him lead the refugees here. Some may be unwilling or unable to leave, but for the time being, I'll take what I can get. Alphino, Alice, and the scouts sent to extricate them should already be at the station. I will also have other comrades in the area lend their support, should it be needed. Understood. So, oh, I've got some quests over here now I can do. Alrighty. We will knock out the ether current related quests for sure. You just need to work on your last main that will be in Primal. Then the rest will be alts to cover each data center. Ah, cool. Sounds good. Ah, just who I was looking for. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rimelno of Ishgard. I've been put in charge of our arrangement with Tapper's Den, you see. However, the very first of the Tappers to come bearing ceruleum has asked quite a lot of us, if I do say so. They wish for our help in getting Juturna Platform G up and running. The very same platform that's at the head of the Imperial's primary energy pipeline. What's more, he's a Garlean. I was convinced the only engineers left in Tapper's Den were from conquered territories. In any case, I'm not qualified to judge the motives of the man. I'd feel much more at ease if I had someone of your experience helping to make the call. I thank you for your willingness to assist. Let us go and speak with the Tapper in question then. He's a man by the name of Appius. Then you can make more gil and have more retainers to store stuff and go gather stuff. There you go. That sounds like a good plan. I suppose you must be the friend Rimelno wanted to fetch. You have my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. Do not misunderstand. I have yet to agree to any such thing. I merely wanted someone else present during our talk. Very well, though I do believe my proffered deal would be a boon to us and the Ilsebard contingent alike. I used to work on Juturna Platform G, you see, so I know more than most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relationship to the facility notwithstanding, why should a Garlean such as yourself still be taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former workers residing there were from other territories. You're right on the technicality. I was a supervisor rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, it only seemed right that I stay with my crew. I always thought we were close, but living alongside them in Tapper's Den has made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted, and that's to say nothing of the blind eye I turned to their struggles. That's why I came to you. It's high time I be of some real use to them, and everyone else if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform back in working order, it'll dramatically increase our capacity to pump and refine ceruleum for everyone in the region. Sadly, we're more than a few hands short of a full workforce, not to mention the lack of supplies. Which is precisely where you come in. Help us get things up and running again, and you'll have your share of the ceruleum coming out of the rig. You couldn't come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. So he says, what do you think? He seems trustworthy to me. Yes, I've been leaning the same way myself. Ultimately, what he says about the potential benefits is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the higher-ups would assent to this. I suppose that is how it goes when you're dealing with military types. For what it's worth, I do understand the hesitancy to throw your lot in with someone from a hostile nation. Thus, part 2 of my proposal. I shall do you a service to prove myself worthy of the contingent's trust. I had a look around the fringes of your camp here before you arrived, and I've spotted a few ceruleum engines in need of repair. If I fix them up, Your superiors would have no reason to suspect that I want to see you driven out. Less reason in any case. Assisting us with use of local technology would go a long way, I'd imagine. That said, I've not heard anything about the ceruleum engines we've scavenged breaking down. It's not as if they're entirely useless yet, but I guarantee they're not running as they should. Give me the opportunity and I can have them working more efficiently and safely. You are welcome to accompany me while I do so. That way, you can ensure that I don't get up to anything suspect, and then vouch for me with your superiors. I have no objections. I trust you will sense anything amiss. Let us begin with a proper inspection then. We can get to work as soon as you're ready, Anne. Though the ultimate objective is to get the engines running at full capacity, the purpose of this inspection is to work out what parts we'll need. It's your birthday, Key! Oh man, well that's awesome. Hang on a second here. Let's see if I can get things going here. We're gonna do it. Let me get through this conversation here. Let's see. However, I would hate to fumble something and be accused of sabotage, so I'd appreciate it if you could be the only one to lay hands on the devices. Never fear, I'll be right behind you telling you what to look for. If we inspect, say, 3 of them, we should have a decent idea of what needs repair. Lead the way. And now he'll be accompanying us. All right, well, let me turn this sound off for a second here. There we go. Let's get that turned off for a moment. Get this going here. Hang on a sec. Turn that off. Don't need that on there. All right. Here we go. Let me get my coffee out of the way here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Key. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Key. I hope you have a really good one, man. Let's see. We can switch it up a little bit here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Key. Happy birthday to you. All right. Well, happy birthday, Key. I hope you have a really good one there. Thanks for spending part of your birthday here with us today. We really appreciate that. Yeah, you'll be on, hope you do have a good one. Yeah, and you'll be on 14 mostly today too. Awesome. Yeah, I think after I finish streaming today, I may take a rest or something, but then I've got to do some other work this afternoon also, but I'll be looking for you when I'm free and online for sure. All right, let's see what we can find for these ceruleum engines here that we got to fix up. Oh, the gemstone trader. Go ahead and enable him. Well, if I can get the view here, there we go. Now I can see it. Praise be to your deft hands. I have an idea of what our next step ought to be, though perhaps it would be best to apprise Rimmelno of our progress first. How are our engines? Alas, I fear that each of those we examined are guaranteed to break down sooner or later should you continue using them in their current state. Surely you jest. I swear it on my integrity as an engineer. You are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of ceruleum engines. You saw the little lamp light up when you touched the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. They were switched off for want of fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, which prevented them burning out, only to let them freeze solid instead ere your lot turned them on. From the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I noticed you have heating technology of your own, but it will do you no good should the engines to power them break now, will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. I am a machinist from frozen climes myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Very well. On behalf of the camp, I formally ask you to repair the ceruleum engines. I suppose that means I will be taking responsibility if anything goes wrong, so you may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. All right. And there's one more over here too. No, that was it for now. Okay. All right, well, let's head on over to Alizé then. We are unattuned to that, so we got to run all the way back over there. But hopefully now we'll be, or soon anyways, we'll be able to attune to that one. We'll hit those later. Hello, automated slasher. Anne and Julius. We arrived just before you did, and too late. Too late for what? What's happened? It's Lord Quintus. He took his own life. After the news about the 10th, he relieved us of our duties. Then, when he was alone, he... No, he wouldn't. Thancred and the others, assisted by the soldiers, have seen to the remains. In due course shall the legatus be afforded a proper burial. He released us from our duty. He wanted us to be free to choose our own fate. Without him to guide us, I have just this moment spoken with Lucia. We are ready to commence the transfer of the refugees here to Camp Broken Glass should they be willing to accept our aid. Some would rather die, but most of us just want to live. Songs and standards be damned, we just want to live. We'll need to speak with the refugees. They'll have to decide for themselves if they wish to come with us. If any would prefer to stay, we can have supplies brought over for them. It'll be a hard journey for the others, but we'll see they reach our camp safely. Yay, it's ready. I can do it now. It was only ever a dream, wasn't it? To think we could reclaim it, rebuild it all ourselves. Before this all began, I sent my wife and daughter away to the provinces. If there's a chance I might see them again, I'll take it. So take me with you, please. Well, got the aetherites sorted in the end. All it took was a few adjustments, and now it works as well as it ever did. From what I can tell, the one in Laterum is also functioning as normal. That's where you lot are staying, isn't it? Now that most of us are packing up and leaving this place, I reckon there'll be more use for me and my skills over at your camp. Ah, it's you. The one who treated me with such kindness. I heard from the others that you're not from around here. I thought you were one of us. Not that it makes much difference now. Purebloods, migrants, savages. After a while, the words start to lose meaning. until all you're left with is anger and fear and hate, and I'm too tired. If you and yours have come to offer aid, I'd be glad to accept. We have much to discuss. Our rescue, the attack on Camp Broken Glass, what we'd hoped to talk about with Quintus. But all of that can wait. More urgent matters demand our attention. Are any of the refugees willing to come to our camp? Yes. Thank the 12. Thank the 12. You and I should go first and secure the route back to Camp Broken Glass. With all the creatures and tempered skulking about, I expect we'll have our hands full. This should come in handy. Conqueror's Chain, courtesy of our Lominsan friends. I'd save it for the tempered, though. I'll mark a few points that need surveying on your map. Once you've taken care of the riffraff, we'll meet back at our camp. Yeah, she popped up there, I think. We've got one to do here now. We'll knock out this Ether Current quest before we move on. Hey, Chocobo Keep too. Excuse me, ma'am. Have you seen a little boy with hair a similar shade to mine? He's my son, and I can't find him anywhere. It all started when I told him we ought to seek refuge in your encampment, and he started wailing and sobbing like I'd never seen. The next thing I knew, he was running hell for leather goodness knows where. I'm worried he may have left the station altogether, and the streets above are rife with danger. Please, could you find him for me? Oh, you will? Bless your heart. If I know my son, he's probably tried to return to our house to the north of Palatium Novum. Try there first before anywhere. He'll be easy to recognize, I should think, what with the color of his hair and all. And with the handy-dandy quest markers that the game developers gave us. Yeah, this one threw me for a loop a few times, that's for sure. And while it's kind of interesting, I'm not the biggest fan of these following quests. Not the biggest fan of these, but I just do the best I can with them. Yep, just do them. Nothing else nearby here. Okay. Paralyzed my bird. Oh. Another block street? Who are you? Mother sent you? Huh. Tell her I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. I better search for him again then. Alrighty. We'll search for him. Stop following me. All right. We'll try following him from a safe distance then. Haha, I thought you were gonna trick me, didn't you, azure-haired boy? I know your game. Good thing that automated satellite doesn't kick your ass there too, standing right there in front of it. Good thing you can't see my bird. Yeah, they can be sneaky. Whoops, I knew that might happen. Well, that's okay. Maybe I can... I'll just have to eat it. I don't want to be seen by him. Oh, that's where he goes. Okay, he's finished there then. We can finish this guy off. Yep. Yeah, those things are a little bit of a problem. Here we go. Duty complete. I'll tell you another thing I'm not a very big fan of is when they force you to play as one of the other scions, for example. You know, if I wanted to play that job, I would have put that job on my own character, you know, having to figure out what they have, what commands they have and all that. Like, man, you know, I spent all this time trying to perfect my own character, and here you are making me play something else I'm not terribly familiar with right now. Oh yeah, you don't like that either. And you got to do this and that so many more times on your alts and last main. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does take some time for sure. No, our home, it was here. Right here. You again, leave me alone. I'm staying here to build a new house, bigger and better than the old one. And he's gone again. How's Choco doing? Let's see. Oh, Choco's getting close to leveling up to rank 7. Yeah, I ought to be able to make that during the course of this expansion, I think. Alright, well, let's see. Can I get through there? I'm not sure. Oh, there, I can see the purple glowy circle there. Oh, yeah, you know, we're just happy to have you here, Key. You know, thanks for hanging out with us here regardless. I do appreciate the folks who do sub for sure, but, you know, just hang here, you know. Yeah, just hang here. I know that the ads can can interrupt the conversation sometimes. I appreciate that, and thanks for letting me know, because you know, I do appreciate it if you do consider subbing later on, of course, but certainly don't feel under any obligation to do that. Just to hang with us here. We're happy to have you around. Why do you care so much? We're enemies, remember? Why are you trying to help me? How would your mother feel if something were to happen to you? I don't care what you say. We don't need your help. But Mother's worried. I should go back to the station. All right. Yeah, I will make use of my new teleport. And I'll tell you what I really, really don't like is this upcoming one, you know, where I have to be the wounded Garlean soldier. Oh, God. I was wondering when I would see you again. I'm happy to report my son has returned. Poor creature, you should have seen him, tears pouring down his little cheek, crying his apologies to me. I know that you were the one who found him, though he didn't mention a word of it to me. You did it last night? Yeah. I almost couldn't believe my ears when he said he wouldn't mind moving to your camp. He was dead against it only hours ago. What could have happened, I wonder? Well, I don't want to worry you much here, so, What? He was attacked? Well, I guess I did worry her. By that horrid Magitech, you say? Goodness, that must have been quite a shock for my little man. Thank you for coming to his rescue. There is a salutary lesson to be gained from all this, though, well, one that I hope he retains. Do not scorn a proffered hand when one is in need, whether that hand be friend or foes. At any rate, I thank you for finding him. It's not much, but please, I insist, I have an ether current in my back pocket here. All right, let's go. Yeah, little slasher. Try going behind you. All right, we're getting there. That looks like a nasty over there. What level is he? Oh, he's just what, a B rank, I guess. Maybe a A rank, I don't know. I never can remember the symbols on those. Alrighty. Alright, Conqueror's Chain, there we go. Yay. No threats. $2 billion. Oh, you talk about Gil? Got a lot of money, huh? That's pretty amazing. Sweet. Very good. Yeah, use that. Certain patches help with crafting. Even 6.4. Oh, nice. Yo, Thancred. Ah, there you are. As expected, I ran into a few beasts who went down without much of a fight. The tempered proved somewhat troublesome, but those chains should keep them under control until our allies take them into custody. Though you're only making guild to feed your main and also help those I met. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. I haven't really focused much on making gil, I guess. It just kind of not been a thing for me personally. If I did, I guess it would be for housing more than anything else, because that's what I would want to spend most of my gil on. But I just don't have the urge to decorate and do that sort of thing either, so I just don't find much need for it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm just not as much into the housing thing that a lot of people are. And if I need some extra money, well, you know, I'll just go ahead and sell some stuff. I try to keep stuff up on the board, and you know, after you get to this point in the game, just without even trying, really, you easily make a few million at least. Oh, you need a guild for mountain minion collection. Oh, okay. Glams? Yeah, possibly, if you can't craft them. I guess that would be true too. And some of the crafting materials? Yeah, if you can't collect those or make them yourself, that's true. That would cost some money for sure. Wow. Yeah, I guess that could run up the bill quite a bit. Understood, yeah. With that taken care of, I'm to gather a few supplies and then return to the station. While I see to that, would you mind apprising Lucia of our progress? As it happens, I have some rather pertinent information from our recent scouting forays, but I'll save that for later. First things first and all that. And we're going to get a new headpiece for this, from what I remember. Ah, and I was informed of Quintus's suicide. It must have come as a great shock to his men. What of the refugees? I'm told some were receptive to our proposal, but I would hear your first-hand account. Well, you see, we found out a thing and then another thing. That so many did not hesitate to accept proves how desperate their situation has become. We'll do our best to make them feel welcome. The troops who participated in the ambush are no exception. They will be afforded the same treatment as any other refugees, perfidy notwithstanding. After all, even if I wanted to make an example of them, there's no one left to learn from it. We will tell our allies that these soldiers were acting under the direct orders of their legatus, and that following his suicide they offered a full and unconditional surrender. Perhaps Quintus thought that had he lived, he would be tried as a war criminal and his men punished with him. Perhaps by taking his own life he hoped to absolve them of any culpability, or perhaps, like too many others, he was a true believer to the end. Who can say? I didn't know the man or his heart. His reasons, noble or otherwise, died with him, and it falls to us to clean up the mess. And we're just a smidgen shy of level 84, it looks like. I think I'm just going to keep going as Dancer throughout this. I got Reaper up to, what was it, 83 or 84 by the end of Shadowbringers, but I think I'm just going to continue on as dancer here. I like this job. He died doing what he loved, crafting. He was a crafter, a crafty crafter. All right, we got our new hat on now. In from the cold. Oh, here we go. I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tapper's Den, the recently repaired heaters can provide much-needed warmth. No, I've got another 2 ether current quests I can do too, it looks like. Furthermore, we've prepared sufficient food for everyone. Those from Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of wielding a ladle or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to seek out Ishtola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. We'll go knock out these ether current quests before we do that. Ooh, and we get gear for that. A bracelet. 525. I've got 530. I need to remember to do that for Reaper then. I've seen you before. In Tertium, yes? I was part of the first group transferred here, but there's someone I'm trying to find. A small boy, red hair. Have you seen him? Nope. He's probably still refusing to budge. Oh, my apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Gala, 1st Legion. I've been doing what I can for the refugees, though I suppose I'm one myself. You see, I've always tried to help those in need. Some call me a busybody, in fact. Before joining the military, I was a member of the Vigiles Urbani, and it was our duty to keep the citizenry safe. Old habits die hard, though, which is why I'm determined to look after the lad. He's been separated from his parents in the chaos, but he won't leave the station without them. Thing is, that's no place for a child his age to be fending for himself. You've seen the conditions there. He needs food and warmth, which you and yours have been kind enough to offer. I should go back to the station to try persuading him to join your camp. Could I trouble you to accompany me? It'll do him good to see you're not the monsters he probably thinks you are. Thank you. Well then, no time like the present. And we'll go back over there again. Good thing we got that teleport unlocked. If my prediction is correct, he should still be around here. His name's Volasus, but most know him better for his scarlet locks. Considering how reluctant he is to leave, I doubt he'd answer if we tried calling out for him. Would you mind helping me look? For an ether current? Sure, I'll help. Who are you? Volasus, we've been looking everywhere for you. Still refusing to join everyone at the other camp, I see. I'm not going anywhere, not without Mom and Dad. Don't you see? It's for your own good. I know you. Came here with Julius, didn't you? Please, you've got to listen to me. Mom and Dad are alive. I know they are. No one's saying they aren't. Sorry to burden you, but I have a feeling he'll be more cooperative once he's got this off his chest. Hear him out, would you? And I think I'll pass on that. Let's see. All right, let's switch over to Reaper then. All right, now back over to Broken Glass. And we'll do the other Ether Current quest. And that should just leave the last Ether Current quest for our main story. And how are we doing? There are only like 2 left to find here. Oh, there's 5 left to find here. I'm gonna have to do some exploring, it looks like. Well, well, now here's a sight that warms the heart. I never thought I'd have the honor to meet a hero of your pedigree, let alone beg for your aid. You see, I've got a shipment of supplies to send down to Tapper's Den, and having someone who knows the lay of the land by my side would go a long way to ensure its safe delivery. I'd defend it myself, but I have to carry the bloody thing. If you'd be so kind as to escort me, I assure you I'll make it worth your while. Well then, I'll be waiting outside the gates of the camp. Come meet me when you're ready, but don't take too long. Monsters abound in these parts. And I was looking at the wrong zone, wasn't I? Yeah, oh, Garlemald. Yeah, I've only got those 2 left as we head north here, so that's good. Yep, we are almost able to fly once we get through with the main story here. Oh, that's right, we've got a chocobo keep here too. There you are. I knew you'd have the heart to help a soul in need. He's now accompanying me. Alright, well, let's hop on our bird and make this a little faster. Yeah, me too. I mean, I played this as soon as it came out, and I was like, oh man, you mean I gotta go back and start that again? Yep, I am so glad they fixed that. And I think was it true in the cities too? If you used the Ethernet shards and teleported, that canceled the follows also? Can't remember. Yeah, in the city too. That's what I thought. I seem to remember that. I just couldn't remember for sure. Yeah, that was just ridiculous. That it's just a time sink making you run around like that. And I appreciate, you know, they want you to spend a lot of time in the game, but you know, come on. Here we are, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Now, all that's left is to deliver the goods. Let's enter those caves and get some shelter from these freezing winds, eh? All right, let's do it. Well, the goods have been safely delivered, but I'm afraid I have one more task to beg of you. Of course, I'd do it myself if I could, but I'm afraid this calls for someone with skills that I lack. You're not obligated to help me again, but seeing as how you're already here, maybe you won't mind hearing me out. What's the reward? Oh, they do give us another reward. Earrings? No, I don't need those. Anyhow, let's go back to Camp Broken Glass and move on with the story then. I can collect some of those if I want to level up Reaper some more later. I don't know. All right, let me take a deep breath before I get doing this. Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, I guess I should do that. Take a hydrate too. Thanks, Key. Okay. Yes, I have been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. Well, good. I guess Ishtola got your hydrate also there. But what of the Warrior of Light? You and the twins have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. We're all fortunate that none of you landed yourself in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the firsts wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day won, and in so doing invite disaster. And here we go, bunch of cutscenes. Here we go.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Warmth. At last.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Leminson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Well, be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
Here. At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it. I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rift between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea, the Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
As do I.
I'm honored to fight by your side. As an Eorzean and Garlean both, I shall do all in my power to bring my peoples together.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
On behalf of the Garlean, I thank you for inviting me today.
What? Emperor Varus?
They are being tempered. The talismans! Quickly!
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short.
Ooh, yeah, somebody kidnapped me.
I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh. So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo. His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mind-jack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
This is such a pain in the arse.
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I have gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord. When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate. Exposition is in order. The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself. And lo, the Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you? Of course not. Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery. Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star. The chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone. At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger. And it would seem my friend has lost her appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascians, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself. Or together.
Oh dear! Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you? I shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity. Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making her way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, withstanding orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
Yep, here we go. All right, review myself here. Let's see, combo. All right, defense and offense buffs. Okay, here we go. huh?
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
He's breathed his last. Let's inspect him. There we go, got one healing item, which I will certainly use right away. We'll hope we can find some more here. And pay our respects. Nope, not that one. A medical kit. There's something down there, possibly. There's some in this building up here too. Still another medical kit. Okay, another med kit. Stay away from him. This direction may not be the best way. Let's go over here. Oh, that could be dangerous too. Sneak behind him, maybe? I don't know. I cannot. Whoops. Well, crap. That was close. Oh man, check it out. Oh, what do we got here? Allie, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome everybody. We're in the middle of some really tricky maneuvering here. But thank you all for joining in. Please sit back and enjoy while we see if I fail this or not. I wish I could pause. It would be so nice to be able to pause this. Oh, I found another med kit there. Hello, hello, welcome. First time chatters, love to see you here. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Let's see, I can't see which way this guy's facing. Looks like he may have his back to us there. I'll try it. Whoop, well, he turned around. I think I will just chill right here until he turns around again. Yeah, we're at Camp Broken Glass. My character has been abducted, basically. I'm in the body of an Imperial soldier of the Empire. Yes, I'm in Garlemald now, Slayer. So I'm trying to get through this little section here. Oh, you're going to run right over there to where I wanted to go. Well, that's no good. All right, well, where are you looking? I'm gonna run over here for a while. I don't think there's much in here that I want. Oh, there you go. Yeah, thanks for turning around. Another med kit. That's cool. Let's see. Wonder if I can maybe get through over here. That's possible. Yeah. His days are over. And let's see, maybe I need to run back through here. Yeah, that'll work. Whoops. Oh, I thought he was going to see me for sure. Whoops. Get out of your line of sight. Although, I can probably sneak back behind here. All of you are going to keep your back to me. That'll be nice. Alright, that's cool. Oh good, there's a couple things over here if I can manage it. Another med kit. Well, I got several med kits. And what about that one over there? Where's he facing? Oh, he's running back that way. Nope, nothing on them. All right, whoops, let's see. Oh, I think this is what I want. There's a small sack here, too. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. We got a buff. Awesome. There we go. That's what I was hoping to find. Yep, I don't want to go that way right now. All right, let's go find a way out of here if we can. Let's see. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. All right. Gotta go find some stuff. And I think the fuel is back this way, isn't it? Or is there something in here? I guess it's fun. It's all your definition of fun, I guess. It kind of annoys me, to be honest with you. But, hey, you know, we do whatever we got to do, right? All right. Yeah, from what I remember, I need to run way on down here. Yeah, I should have tried to find that while I was back over here the first time. Go. We stick to the shadows if we can. And which way are you looking? Oops. Need to stay away from you. Here we go. Down here, I think. Vial of Fortis. Okay. A fuel did I not touch this one? Maybe I didn't get this one before. Oh yeah, that's it. I got the tank. Alright, so we just got to make it back. If we can get over there. Let's see, what are we looking like here? Which way are you looking? I can't see. I think he was looking this way. Oh, there he goes. Whoops, but you turned over here, didn't you? Maybe I can sneak around there. Got his back to us, I think. There we go. Ooh, stay away from the claw. And you can turn around. There we go. Refuel that sucker. Alright, I can just see. There we go. Yeah, boy, let's do it. Alright, which skills do which here? Alright, that's an AoE. That's a big AoE. Alright, let's start shooting. Come to me. Yeah, come on. That's it. Alright, let's go. Let's continue on. Let's hope we've got enough enough med kits to get us through this, and enough time too. Wish I could sprint. That would be nice. Come help me. We'll help each other. Target him. I don't want to target my own guy. All right. Alright, let's get through this now. Hello. Folks, let's just get in here together. There we go. We're in the right spot. Come on, everybody, gather here. I'll catch up on the chat here in a little bit. Unable to escape consciousness. Here we go. Just got to crawl a little bit now, I think. Oh, I got to do the button mash thing. Yeah. Success. And we got plenty of time, fortunately. This is kind of BS, making you crawl for 30 seconds or whatever here. And I promise I'll catch up on chat here in just a minute. I need to get through this here.
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
Oh, good. Yeah, we can take a pause there. No, Slayer, I'm playing on PC. Let me back up here on the chat here and see what we got going on here. Again, thank you all so much for that raid. Appreciate that, Allie. Let's see what other comments. Yeah, I'm so happy to have you join us too, Allie. I'm glad you saw me on here. I saw you were on just before I went live and playing 16, so you're liking that game a lot, I take it, aren't you? Oh, and RKO, it was my pleasure to be there last night. I was just glad that I was able to take some time and actually participate in the engagement that you were providing there with the games and all. That was fun. I hope I can do that again sometime soon, too. Slayer, that is one of my most favorite comment or quotes in the game, for those we've lost and those we can still yet save. That just defines my whole goal playing as my character here for sure. You are loving it. It is so fun. Yeah, and let me just make sure that is PS5 only, right? They didn't release that for PS4, did they, Allie? Because it'll be a while, if I ever get a PS5. I don't know if I will, but yeah, if it's only on PS5, I doubt I'll be playing that one anytime soon. If it's on PC, of course, I guess I could get it there.
A welcome one. Arun, Senna, and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Eulus? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment.
Let's see, what have I got here? Yeah, oh, I've got my music turned on too, I think. Something like that anyways. But anyways, welcome Raiders, welcome Raiders. Let me take a brief moment here. Greet everybody. We're happy to have you all here. I'm Audible Zen, and I play a variety of games. I've only been streaming for about a little over 5 months now, I guess, but I've been focusing on Final Fantasy XIV for starters, and I'm also doing Infinite Undiscovery on Wednesdays and Fridays, and often on Mondays now too. We're going through that game. When we get finished with that one, or either of these games really, I'll pick something else to go through as well. So I'd love to have as many of you follow me around and come join us whenever you do have the free time. We certainly appreciate you choosing to be here whenever you can. So thank you for that. And let's see, Slayer, same for you. That quote is the reason your Warrior of Light has been doing all the side quests and why you love Endwalker so much. Well, actually, this isn't my first time through Endwalker. It isn't my first character to play through, although I haven't done any of the patches for Endwalker, so that will be new for me. But yeah, I've done several characters on every data, well, on each regional area. I've got North American characters, European characters, Japanese characters, and Oceania characters as well that I've leveled up to 90 through the story, or at least through base Endwalker. And I've just decided to do this one because typically I've been skipping everything after I played it through the first time, but this time I wanted to do on stream a non-skipped story version of this playthrough. So that's what I'm doing here, and it's reminding me of a lot of things that I just had forgotten after going through those other characters and getting them leveled up to 90. So it's been real fun for me. So don't worry about spoilers unless you know, somebody in the chat is wanting to avoid spoilers for whatever reason. Then just beware. I don't mind them myself personally here because there's nothing that can be spoiled for me currently except for maybe the later patches in Endwalker. And unless I put a note in the tags for my Twitch channel, don't worry about it. I'll make sure I notate if I'd prefer not to see spoilers in the chat. So, but just other than that, enjoy yourself. You know, let us know what's on your mind. What are your thoughts? What do you feel about certain things about the game, or any other games for that matter? Because that's what we're here for, is just to chat with folks and enjoy the games together. So welcome. We're happy to have you on board. Thank you. Let's get back to this now.
But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw her leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
No, you see it, you get it. You done the same thing mainly for raiding Savage. Oh gosh, well, I admire you for being able to do Savage. I have to stick with maybe extreme and lower, I think, is about my speed. My reflexes are just not that good. I'm not able to keep track of a whole lot of stuff. Some of the duties, even some of the single player duties as well, for me, are challenging, quite challenging on, at least on normal. If I fail them, I'll go down to very easy to run those, but yeah, I admire the folks who can do Ultimate and Savage for sure. That's a little bit beyond my capabilities, unfortunately.
While I know full well she can handle herself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Oh yeah, Allie, I know you've got
a
to rest and all that too, so, you know, appreciate you hanging with us, but go off and take care of yourself first and foremost. We appreciate the raid. Thank you for coming here.
Case closed.
That's her, over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive her presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But...
Where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Get away from them, you bastard!
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go.
Oh, you were kind of forged in fire to raid in Savage. Met someone in the game that played since beta, liked Savage raiding. By the time you met, you were going to stop playing the game because they couldn't find a static. Oh, so you made one to do the Savage then. Learned the hard way, but ended up loving it. Well, good. Awesome. And that's one of the nice things about this game is, you know, the connections that you can make. That is really nice. The camaraderie, people all striving towards the same goal. That's really cool.
But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective, that. Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, And then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely would love to punch Asahi in the face. Oh yeah, especially being in with Fandaniel taking over his body for sure. You know what kind of bugged me too was Morin over in the Crystarium. He had that same face, that Asahi face, and I couldn't get past that. Looking at him, I was like, that's kind of creepy. I don't really like talking to Morin just because he looked too much like Asahi.
All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, weal enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence. Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank goodness. She's awake.
So, I'm not dead yet?
I am pleased to report you are very much alive.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Fandaniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
All right, well, I'm glad I got through that one. Oh, look what we've got. We've got some kind of vegetable face going on there. How about that? Oh my goodness. Look at me. I'm vegetables. Vegetables talking. Awesome. Random face. Thank you, Legend, for the random face. Those of you who don't know, Legend is my wife helping me out here on the channel. And thanks for the redeem there. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Vegetable faces, just vegetables talking, just some vegetables talking here. I can peek out from behind them, it looks like. Oh, that's cool. All right, so not a true face, I guess, just a panel that shows up on this one. And I don't know if it's going away. It should be going away after 30 seconds or so. We'll see. So you're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good, though I won't promise the same for Fandaniel and Zenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days or no, this ends now. All right, the final quest for this one here, for this area. Are you well enough to make your report? Maybe. This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. Does their depravity know no bounds? It seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that wave of ether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within it. A primal whose cry rang rather more loudly in your ears than ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telophor's machinations. Oh, Slayer! Thank you so much for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, super duper. Thank you so much, Slayer. We appreciate that, man. Oh, man, thank you so much for that. Friend of Allie is a friend of yours, and especially if we play 14. Well, great. That is awesome. Thank you very much for that. We do appreciate everyone that we get, for sure. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Leviers, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Thancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered and enemy magitech. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus do we propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The diversionary force will be comprised of the Ishgardian, Gridanian, and Lominsan delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telophoroi believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Alamegan, Ul'dan, and Eastern comrades will use a different method of ingress. Look, here. The facility marked in red is the Enceladium, a vast magitech manufactory. In ruins now, of course. But the freight tunnel connecting it to the erstwhile Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telophoroi's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Be aware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry their material, It can carry us too, providing we sneak aboard unseen. The Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Fandaniel and Zenos. We will save the people of Garlemald and those who suffer the world over. Aye, Julius and so many others have lost much to the Telophoroi. We shall ensure they lose no more. How quickly can we enact this plan? Fandaniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern even, assuming he didn't name the Tower of Babel on a whim. In Ammon's time it meant Gateway of the Gods. Sandy used it to refer to a void gate, but in this case it almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed north to Forum Patens. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. So I think we've got just 2 ether currents to pick up on the way. Yep, and then when we finish this quest, we'll get the last story or last quest related ether current. So we're good to go. Let's do it. Dun, dun, dun. Da, 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 da. Running past one yet, am I? Need to focus here. Northwest still. All right. Still north. Yep. All right, last of the outdoor ether currents here. And the way into the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. I wish you'd made sure to bring a code instead. Oh, I'll warm up when I throw a punch or two. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Clearly, you have spent too long around this feral dog of a Dotharl. Watch your tongue, fool, lest I feed it to the crows. We will see who is the fool when you freeze to death. Expect me not to warm your ill-prepared hide. These furs are for myself and my Nama alone, should I be blessed to meet her this day. As if any woman of worth would wish to be warmed by you, little son. Should we find such a warrior within, she will bask in my glorious flame. Now, kids. Stop, both of you. Save your fire for the enemy. As for extra furs, I have plenty to spare. As do we. Hello, everyone. All set for battle, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrances, if rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy, quickly if you don't mind. Pippin's group has gone ahead to the Enceladium. We are to meet him there. We wait until the Tempered's attention is drawn by our diversionary force. Then we sneak onto the train. Next stop, the Tower of Babel. If any, Tempered included, are injured, we Zayla will tend to them. You Scions must press on, no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our own ways to the Enceladium. See you there! Sounds like a plan. Hey, Kokobuki. Hail, it's good to see you, Anne. We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you've recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some few are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrade from Lente's Tears will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. The station is right this way. Tread lightly now. This is everyone. Consider the enemy well and truly distracted. Time to go. Our primary objective is, of course, the Telophoroid's leaders. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Telophoroid's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garlean people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal, Ascian, or anything else. Here, there's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do. Together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. It's nice how they all know to wait until the camera's on them so they can do their motions and everything. Alright, super duper. And before I get into this, I'm going to take just a brief 1 or 2 minute intermission break. We will be right back, so hang tight and we'll get into this dungeon here shortly. Thank you all very much for your patience. We're back here, and let's get this show on the road. We'll go ahead and enter the Tower of Babel here. Use our duty support. And let's see, it needed 505 eye level. We're well above that now. Let's see, who else do we have? Yeah, I want to use Urianje, I think.
Are not yet sealed.
And Justinian.
Right then.
Yeah, that's what I want. Thank you, Key. I appreciate that.
Now or never.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate there, legend. Water good. See it overlapping with the Stynian there. love putting the stack marker on me. Ooh, a hood of scouting? What level is that? Oh, that's for ninja though. Okay. Not aiming. It's not an aiming piece. 530 though. 530. If we get some 530s, we could replace some gear. Famous? What do you mean famous? Oh, famous because of the stack marker and all? Yeah, yeah, oh, that's what I figured. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the comments while I was fighting there. Yeah. He's like, ooh, I need to put that stack marker on her. Oh, there's an aiming piece. I don't think that's any better though, because I've already got 530s, I think. Yeah, bracelets are 530s. And that's 530 also. Joker, that's going to be the same story, isn't it? I've already got 530 for that. Got to remember I can be using this Peloton to help us out here. Nothing down here, right? Nope.
Make ready! This will hurt.
Oh, didn't notice the character name until now. Yeah, pretty generic here.
You underestimate me!
Together we shall overcome this.
I wasted my technical step right there before that went on. Well, that was a mistake. Should have paid attention there. Now try it.
You're mine! Time to end this! You're mine! underestimate me! You underestimate me!
Mitre.
There we go. Glory, glory, glory. Got some Magitech glaives here. And some Banyacs and got a coat of healing. But the glaives are going to be no better. Wonder what they look like. Yeah. All right.
Farewell, Varus. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here!
Oh, hush. This is the best part. Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Some manner of magical defense?
Cryle? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Heidelin! Feeble relic of a forgotten age! Hark! Victory is mine! No more ether. And I was so close. My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thralls. Should the Empire fall, the world must share her fate. Of course, Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman, you monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him. Seek his aid, restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
I'm the one Zenos wants.
You're going alone? You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours.
Of course.
Our friends and the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
If all the Tempered are affected, Julius and his comrades likely put up quite the struggle. We'll find a way to save them. We must. I only pray we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. Yay, we can fly in Garlemald now. What do we got there? The Code of Healing didn't go to my armory chest. I need to tend to that here, perhaps. Let's see, what do we have? All right, a trip to the moon. My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of Allegan design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us turn to the task at hand. As Hydaelyn said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Zenos and Fandaniel arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you'll make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go, beyond the sky.
Long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal, the eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
You, with me. Hydaelyn's champion. And I believe we will leave it here for today. We'll pick back up on Final Fantasy XIV on Tuesday morning. Tomorrow morning, I'm thinking I might do Infinite Undiscovery Monday morning tomorrow. So if you're in the mood for checking out that game with me, by all means, join us tomorrow morning, assuming I do it. I usually don't stream on Monday, but recently I have been for that game. Just trying to get through that one. Oh, thank you, Key. Yeah, I need that extra hydrate for sure. And but definitely if you're into Final Fantasy XIV and want to see what we do here on the moon on Tuesday morning, please be with us at that time. We'd love to have you here. So let me look for someone I can raid into here for a moment. We'll share the love here and get over to somebody else here. Let's see, who might we raid today? Yeah, I guess back over to Neon Genesis again. He's doing, I think he's doing 16 today. Yeah, he's playing Final Fantasy 16. He was doing 14 for a while. Let's get our raid started here. But again, thank you all. Hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be in the world today. And we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow or Tuesday if you have the free time. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Here goes our raid. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.